Hello, traders, and happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm doing my usual thing, my rainbows. I wish there was like a effect where you can go like rainbow. Thank you so much for joining in. So today, as you can see from the title of the video and from a cheeky thumbnail, that me and Rich, we are up to something. And it's actually not only me and Rich, it is the whole community. Let's go. I'm so excited for what's to come, but we will tell you everything. I think first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go here with the disclosure because we are going to show some trades. We are going to talk about price action. So whatever we say, this is just for entertainment. Please do not take any trades. Do not copy anything. And as I usually say, we know nothing, you know everything, and we know nothing. But thank you so much for joining us. How about this? How should I start? I want to ask Rich something, but like I still want to keep kind of suspense. But I think we're just gonna go full in, and we are going to say first, Rich, what is open now? Can you tell what is open?
I'm still getting over your evil chin fiddle, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. What's open? What's open is One Edge Community. It's open right now. Doors are going to be open till the 1st of October. So 5 days. We're going with a slightly smaller window this time. Yep. So yeah, we're going to be super. We're going to be super organized. We are super organized.
Yes, we are.
And yeah, we're super organized. If you want to join, there's a link in the description. Go and check out the video on the website. We'll explain everything about what it is and what we're doing in there as well. Like, Anna, what are we doing in there?
What are we doing in there? Right. So One Edge Community is actually the community that has that missing piece to level you up as a trader. And me and Rich, we have worked so hard to put the right things in a place that we believe is something that can actually level you up. So now I'm going to go and list all the things. We have live trades, but disclosure straight away, they're not to be used as signals whatsoever. We have webinars. And now in there, so we have posted webinar every single week since we've opened community, and community has been open for 3 months, right? Keep me right.
I think we have 10 webinars in there.
10 webinars. There you go. 10 webinars. You join the community and you get access to 10 webinars. Then we have weekly calls. Like today, I had a call with the community. We had a nice rant. We bullied someone. We talked price action, and we just really talked all trading. And like Rich had his call on Tuesday, I think. They also had lots of fun. I couldn't join, so I'm sorry, but Rich was there. Then we also share, obviously, forecasts, which again is not to be used as signals. So we want to show as transparently as we can, like our processes, but they are not to be used as signals. And then obviously we track everything because we believe that you need that support, and I'm going to say the word accountability. And I know many traders, this is like Rich would say, this is not sexy. Accountability is not sexy.
You make me sound like a weirdo. But I do say I'm guilty.
But that's true, right? Because what traders want? Show me where to enter and where to exit, right? Most of the traders, but like our traders who are in the community, I'm so grateful for every single one of them because they are showing up, putting the work, and we're just grateful. And so I listed many things in there, but we are, and I'm going to say this, we are process-driven traders and we are data-driven traders, and we are literally trying to teach the traders that you need to collect that data and you need to follow the process to be that profitable trader. And now on top of all what's going on in there, we have planned something huge, right, Rich?
Wait, you're leaving out the golden goose. Like, yeah, we planned something huge. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be big, right? But we also built, we built the tool that elevates traders. Come on, you're leaving. I mean, obviously don't explain what it is, but like, why does the community exist? The whole point is to actually nail our processes. So we built the process that we believe, well, Anna and I put our heads together. We built the best process that we believe will elevate traders. We use it ourselves every single day. We turn up, we show up, we share that process. We've built it to remove the thought process for it. So if you're sitting there going, I don't know what I'm doing in trading, we mapped it all out just so that it's just a tick box exercise every day. But you've got to do the work. Like, you get out what you put in. Yeah, you can't win the jackpot if you don't put the I don't know, the coin in the slot. What? Anna,
if
help
you
me
don't
out.
buy the ticket.
If you don't buy the ticket, right? Okay. If you don't buy the ticket, if you don't turn up and fill it out, if you don't do the work each day, then are you going to grow as a trader? I don't know any other way. So I'm not going to rant about it, but you're right. We've got something big, something different coming on top of all of that. So all of that exists in the community as kind of like a fundamental, our vision as what we do.
Yeah.
We're also doing something else. What are we doing, Anna?
Okay. Well, I wanted for you to say it, but okay, I'm going to start and you can kind of finish off. But me and Rich and the community, and now you also have a chance to join us and start this challenge with us. So for the next 10 weeks, and 10 weeks simply because we will end just in time for Christmas.
Wait, that was Anna's disclaimer. She's like, but what about Christmas? So we've been cooking this up for like 6 months. Like, we've been talking about, let's set ourselves some goals.
Months.
And Anna's like, not the right time. I'm like, Anna, it's never going to be the right time. So I'm pushing her on it. I'm pushing her. I'm like, what about now? And I was like, 10 weeks means we would finish before Christmas. And we decided that, you know what? Nothing happens unless you take action on it, unless you put it into plans, unless you physically do it. So we decided that we're going to move forward with this, and we are dragging anyone in the community who wants to join in on this, and anyone who wants to join the community. We're going to be doing this for the next 10 weeks. What is it? What you got for us?
Yeah. So I do want to say, if you want to join the community, but if you do not want to do like this challenge with us, it is okay. Because, we believe it is the right timing, but it might not be for you. But I think it's always the best to do it together when you have accountability, support, where you have that crying corner where you can go and cry and just tell everyone how you're feeling. But anyways, we are going to challenge ourselves, and me and Rich will be there doing this with you, struggling or killing it. I don't know, like, how we're going to do it, but there's going to be 6 things that we are going to focus on. And the first one is 6 things. Yes, 6 things. I'm right. 6 things. Yeah. And the first one, what we're going to focus on, I think I'm going to start with our health, which is nutrition. So you need to think what you're going to do for the next 10 weeks, and you need to stick to it. So basically, if you say, like myself, sugar-free, we go sugar-free. And that is for next 10 days. No, 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 weeks, 10 weeks, not 10 days. Okay. So the first one is nutrition, because we believe if you eat well, you will feel well. Maybe you will have some issues in first 3-5 days when all that withdrawals will happen. Right? But we will be there to support you, and we will be there to either cry with you, or you will support me. Who knows how it's going to be? Who knows? But first thing we're focusing on is nutrition. Next thing, Rich, what we're focusing on next?
Hydration. If you're 10% dehydrated, your concentration drops by something like 50, 60, 70%. Trading is a very kind of like you versus you game. So you've got to be on form. So we're focusing on the hydration. We're focusing on the nutrition. So setting ourselves like daily goals, make sure that we're going to be, not going alcohol free though. Wait, you should wait for the full story. But I really like this. The best time. Best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Anna was saying to me, you know what? I don't just want to achieve my goals. I want to run towards them. I want to do them well. So we're focusing on, being the best version of ourselves. So we've got nutrition, following a sensible meal plan, cutting out the takeaways. I'm going 10 weeks without takeaways. So I am binging for the next 4 days. Like, genuinely, I am.
That's so bad, though. That's so bad. I think what you said, basically, you're trying to clean your cupboards so there's no temptation, right? But that is so
I'm eating
bad.
all the good food in the cupboards. But for the next 4 days, basically chaos reigns. I'm eating all the good stuff. So focusing on hydration, focusing on nutrition, and then we've got the third point. What's the third point, Anna?
Okay, the third point is our physical health, which
Mm-hmm.
means exercise. So again, just don't get scared. You don't need to go to the gym every day or like do cardio or whatever. You do it, you personalize it for yourself, what's going to work. So me and Rich, let's say we're going to do walking and then one exercise. So basically you need to decide how you're going to help yourself to stay fit, to stay physically strong. So that is our third thing. What is our fourth thing, Rich? We're going this like me, you.
Okay, so we've got hydration, we've got nutrition, we've got exercise, we have
Yes.
got focusing on what's in between your ears, mental health. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it'll be better just exercising anyway, right? Like focusing on your nutrition, your hydration, but mental health, actually expanding your awareness and reading a book, listening to a podcast, listening to something that challenges you, helps you actually grow.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth thing, what have you got?
Okay, fifth thing is the progress. So we need to track our progress. I actually have created the Notion template that you will be able to use when you're in the community, or you can do things like on your own. So you can take a picture of yourself every day. You can just have like I don't know, put a sticky tapes on your wall and take one sticky tape off every single day. But you need to track that progress. You need to track the progress. I think Rich is taking pictures and I will get to see blurred out head, but I'm not going to say
Wait. Like full disclaimer here. So Anna and I in the past, we've been accountability buddies for over a year, I'd say. And in the past, Anna was like, look, I need to sort out my food. I'm going to focus on my weight. So I got sent a picture of Anna's feet standing on a set of scales. And do you remember what you said? I had to go and get close because my scales have a reflection on them. So I just get this random picture of Anna's feet, and I'm like, "Thanks, mate."
I know.
Like, genuinely, thank you.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, we not to jump in, but we're gonna use that as feedback to see the growth, to actually be able to see it. So even sometimes when you go, I don't feel like I'm making progress. Same with trading. We look back at it and we see how far we've come. So these pictures, these measurements, taking your weight, it's all going to act as a feedback mechanism to remind you, hey, eating better makes you feel better, look better. Drinking more makes you think better, stay more hydrated. Exercising more makes you feel so much better, releases all them good endorphins. Getting outside, stuff like that. Reading a book, having that quiet time, that downtime. As traders, how stressful is it when you're sitting there and you're just thinking like, oh, I just took that trade today, or I just did this today. We are in trades. We're going to share them in a minute.
Yes.
Anna, what's the sixth thing? We've got the fifth thing. What's the sixth?
That was the fifth because we said hydration, so mental, then physical, then progress. What was the other one? We already said 5.
Okay, so what's the sixth?
Okay, so the sixth thing is actually for myself. I think that's what we need to do, and it's like every single day without no fail, Monday to Friday, and that is focusing on our trading processes. Now, once you join the community, you will get that, like Rich said, we have that tool created for you that you can copy paste and apply into your trading. And that is what you need to do every single day. So that's focusing on your processes. And imagine if you do that for next 10 weeks, how much better of a trader you're going to be. Because not only you will be trying to do your best with already those 5 things that you're doing, but you also will have data. You will collect data. So I'm just like, I'm going on a rant here, but like you will have data. You have collected 10 weeks worth of data of your trading. And it's just, I think to be in this challenge together with the community, it's like, I feel so motivated, so motivated. And I mean, me and Rich, we've done little challenges. We have done plank challenges, walking challenges. We have done counting steps and then calories, weighting, like weight ends and all that. Like we have done so many challenges, but this is nothing like, nothing like that. So this is huge. And I think it's just great that we can finish year strong and like do this together. And yeah, I hope some of you will join, and I really do hope that you will stick there with us. Remember, we are there to support you, and we hope that you will support us because, hey, me and Rich, we are traders, but we are in no way perfect. We will need the support as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So there you go. The 5 things plus the 6th one to focus on to become a better trader. And we are super, super excited to welcome you in the community. Join us and yeah, get better, I guess I want to say.
But again, full disclaimer, if you want to come in and be a better trader and just focus on the processes, brilliant. Yeah. That's what the community is for. But if you're looking to try and finish the year strong, if you want to tick these boxes, if you want to physically improve, mentally improve, and just feel better in yourself, like we just day to day, how many times do you blink and go, oh man, day's finished? Like I'm just at the end of the day. And you go, did I take time for me? Did I just take 20 minutes? So this, all of this is like taking breaks from either your work, from the computer, from your trading, because so much of trading's up here. But yeah, so that's rant over. Should we share our trades? Should we show what we're in?
Yeah, sure thing. I do see there's a comment in there. So 10 weeks without coffee would be the most difficult thing to me. Okay, well, maybe don't challenge yourself that much, because I said also in the community, if it's too challenging and you will be just overwhelmed throughout the 10 weeks, then don't. Be gentle to yourself. Be kind. Like, figure out what is challenging enough for you, but something that also won't overwhelm you. Because just going in a little bit, right? When you set a goal, don't set yourself straight for a failure, because if you know for sure that you won't be able to do it, and it's going to take so much pressure, or like it's going to be so hard to do it, don't set yourself up for failure straight away. Be gentle, be kind to yourself. Pick a goal that's actually doable, but still challenging enough. Okay. But it's not pushing you to the point where you're like, oh, I can't this, I hate this life, So just push yourself, but not that much. Okay. So yeah, another one here, 10 weeks without the Just Eat app. God, I can work the air fryer. I guess so. Yeah. If you say maybe, no food in like fried in oil, at least air fryer uses no oil, right?
Yeah. I'm going for whole foods. I eat loads of processed foods, and I shouldn't. And I haven't learned about nutrition, and I eat takeaways. So the whole point for me is like, you know what? I got to learn about whole foods. And so I sent Anna this list, and I was like, what do you think about this? She started spamming my inbox with, you can have this, and you can have peppers with this and this.
You
and this.
asked me. You asked me. You're like, is there anything on the list that we can, top up or something? I'm like, okay. But no, another one, actually, the good one. As an entrepreneur, I find it hard to take breaks. I feel you. I understand you. Yesterday was a desk day. I literally just walked 1,000 steps, I think, maybe 1,200, something like that. And I get it. It's hard, especially when you have so much to do. You need to do this, and your list is like longer than your arm. But I think in this challenge, you prioritize yourself. You put yourself first, right? So we are focusing on those 5 things because we know focusing on 5 things will help us to take breaks. We'll be focused and we'll be gentle on ourselves and we'll grow together. Okay, let's show the trades, Rich. Let's show the trades.
Okay.
Shall I start or you?
I'm about to hit take profit. So, I'm about to hit take profit. I'm not necessarily about to hit take profit, but the trade's running pretty well at the moment. So just going in from this, looking at the hourly right up here on EU, and I think we're zooming out and I was looking at this big change of character. Market delivers so much volume down here. And I know we were driving up in news, but I was looking at this and I'm like, look, you know what? News was here. We had 30 minutes to breathe. So I put limit order on here, was trying to catch the turn in the market, managed to catch it. It's part of my trading system. I trade with limit orders. I'm using supply and demand areas. We've got this beautiful, he says, there we are, supply area up here. And I'm looking for the market to drive into it, reverse from it. That's exactly what we see. So full disclaimer, I didn't have time to execute the trade as I wanted. So I'm in the trade, but this does ruin my consecutive trade count and puts me back to the start, which is really frustrating because it was a good trade. It was a good opportunity. So yeah, I didn't take it on my master account exactly as I should have taken it. So yeah, I'm still in it, hence still watching it, getting close to taking profit. Just going for 1-to-1. I know we could look at this and say, well, good chance we can get all the way back down here. My psychology is good when I'm in trades for less. If I can get in, get a quick bounce, get paid, I'm happy with that. It works for me. So just aim for a quick move in the market. We're up about 0.7 at the moment, 0.8.
Nice. Well, I am also in the trades. I actually shared it with the community because I share all my trades that I take with the community. And my trade is this one.
Wait. I feel like the little jab there. Like, okay, disclaimer, right? I was in a call. My alert goes ping, 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 and I'm like, oh no, price is moving so quickly. So yeah, I didn't quite have the chance on this occasion to execute the trade, but absolutely, this trade would have been shared into the community as well.
Yeah.
But didn't have the Anna. What was that? Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I just feel sorry for you. No, I just feel sorry for you because I know how it is when you know, me and Rich, we are perfectionists, okay? Like we are OCD as well. We have a little bit, like, we have issues, okay? We have many issues. But the thing is, you know what hurts is when you follow your plan and then you break something like in your roles, and then you cannot put the tick where it says I traded my plan today, because technically you didn't trade your plan, right? So what Rich says is, you know, now his streak is gone. He starts from zero and it hurts. So and I can relate to that because I've made a mistake as well. And I needed to start from zero, and I dropped literally from 67, I think it was, or 63. I can't remember. I know that, yeah, it was, it's mega. Like 67 trades in a row, you execute to the T, and then you make mistake. Like to the T, I don't mean like profit to the take profit. You execute it within your rules, right?
So just like as an example, so we don't pride ourselves on this or this. We pride ourselves on being in the exact trade we should on the right account at the right time with the right level of risk. That's what we care about. So we're not looking at the result and saying, hey, depending on what happens next is how I feel. No. How we feel is tied into how we perform directly. And if you take losses, they're just good losses. And even though this trade sells down, I didn't execute it the way I wanted to. So there's room for improvement. So I'm going to use that super tool that we've created, and I'm going to journal about it, and I'm going to put this trade in there, and I'm going to reflect on it and say, you know what? You could have done better. But what would it look like? I'm not going to beat myself up, but I'm going to say, what would it look like for next time? Because as traders, this is a great thing. We have the opportunity to come back to the market on the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday. You don't grow unless you find a deliberate, actionable step to get better. That's what that tool is all about. Anyway, please, why did you take this trade?
Right. Okay. So this trade, I'll tell you the little story. So this is the high, right? Then the price traded below, and yesterday the price came to here. I was sitting and waiting to enter the trade. What happened was this big bearish candle printed, and for me it was just a no-go because the movement was too big. So basically we traded all the way to my like TP where I wanted to take profit, and it sucked. Okay, I talked about it this morning with community, and it just sucked. So basically now I was like looking at this and I'm like, please don't drop, because I want to be in this. It's a good trade. It's still a good trade because if you look one price point, second and third one, right, and then you can look at it also like a triple top or just a touch of the resistance. So enter the trade. I always enter on 15-minute closures. So if I'm looking to sell, I will enter on bearish candle. If I'm looking to buy, I will enter on bullish candle. So enter the sale, put the stops above this wick in here, and a good trade, 2.5 hour. Today is Friday. I know it's Friday. We don't have any more news, so I don't think I'm going to leave this trade over the weekend if I'm not stopped out. If I'm stopped out, then, you know, I'm stopped out. But if not, then I would love to be, I want to close this trade, basically. That's what I'm saying. So I am going to close it if it's not stop loss or take profit. So, yep, we'll see. I like this. I like this trade. It is within my rules. It is within my plan. And I shared with the community. I'm like, yep, that's me. I'm entered. I'm in. That's it. No going back. So yeah, that's it. I think it's a good trade, but we'll see how it's going to work. So did you hit TP now, Rich?
Nope. I missed TP by the...
Okay, let's see.
Maybe a pip?
Oh
Just
no.
looking now. Yeah, missed TP by a pip. And the cool thing about this is like if I go, oh no, we're pulling back. Let me go and close this. I lose my streak, right? Now I know I caught
Yep.
this trade a little bit differently to how I should. Okay, no problem.
Mhm.
And the reason why I caught it differently is because I should have a limit order sitting here, and I
Mhm.
market entered. So I've entered at about the same price, but I didn't limit order. That's
Mhm.
a slight improvement I can make when
Yeah.
it comes to my execution. So, we talk about like what would it be like to build that funding capital, to build them personal accounts and get to them
Mhm.
deeper levels of funding. Well,
Yeah.
how we get there is by being deliberate on our practices and
Yeah.
identifying the small things we can do better.
Yeah. I agree. And I love what you said. It's if you would close it now, which you
Mhm.
could do, and you would be like, hey,
No,
this
I can't.
profit is a profit, right? But you
Can't
can't
trade it.
do that.
Can't close it. Not an
Exactly.
option.
And same thing for me as well. Like what almost like 1 hour it was. It's like I could have taken 1 hour, but my trading plan says I am trading either it's going to be stop loss or take profit unless
Mhm.
there's like the situations in the market, the news are coming out, I'm going to close, or there's Asia session going into Asia session and I need to put it at the break even. So I decide there are the times when I'm like interfering with my stops and profits, but it's still based on my rules. So I'm not
Mhm.
just like, yeah, it feels good to whatever make almost 1 hour, and but no, I'm not doing that. And yeah, also talking about the hours, guys. Just honest truth in here. So last week was a loss, like losing week for me, and I ended in minus 2.5 hour. And this week I'm ending in minus 2 hour, and it
Oh,
sucks. Okay, so what happens is now I need to lower my risk because I am doing like a risk portfolio. I have when I'm going on a losing streak, I am decreasing my risk just to protect my capital. So now I'm yet again going on a decreased risk, and it's just it's tough. So but what I did notice though, like taking this trade was still easy. And this trade is already on decreased risk because yesterday I lost the EU trade. I can quickly actually show you where I was selling. I was selling in here. Very unlucky. I got stopped out in here, and then my take profit would have been hit. So it is what it is. Took a full loss, and now this is the trade. This is the next trade that I'm taking, but I need to take it with the decreased risk. So, yeah, it sucks, but I'm just following my trading plan because I want to have not faulty data, but like real data. So every time I tweak something or I'm taking the trade wrong, it just goes that, it's not going to be it's not going to be true data because
mhm.
like how do I know? I tweaked this or did I this and that and this and that. So no, I want to follow my plan in no matter what, and I'm going to follow it. So yeah, we should
What
catch up
Anna
with that.
really wants is that she wants to get that high score back up to 74. You know why
Yeah.
you want 74, don't you, Anna?
74. I don't
Yeah.
know. To win you.
Because my high score is 73. That's why. In everything I do, Anna's like, I'm going to beat you at that. I'm going to beat you at that. When we done the 100,000 step challenge, you beat me by like 3 hours. That's walking 50 miles. You beat me by like literally 3 hours.
Yeah,
But there's, you know
I
what?
remember.
There's going to be like, I think everyone wins when we do this 10-week, like adjustment where we focus on ourselves. Like, and I hear you say, like, as an entrepreneur, it's really hard to put yourself first. Well, as an entrepreneur, it's even more reason to put yourself first
Mm,
because you are your business. If you're not
yeah,
feeling sharp, and especially as traders, there's so much correlation between entrepreneurs because you're building trade ideas. So if you're not your sharpest, that's where we've really got to actively try and improve our relationships with ourselves and put ourselves first. So
sure.
there is no Anna, you will not be able to beat me at this in the same way I can't beat you with you. It's the taking part, it's the collectively supporting each other. It's it's us against us. It's improving
That's
kind of
true.
who you were yesterday. And as a
Yeah,
byproduct, I think you'll improve as a trader massively. I'm convinced of it. I know I
yeah,
will. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. Um, like just thinking about it. So Rich knows I am very competitive, right? very competitive. Every time we did something, I'm very competitive. But at the same time, like, I do want to say that having Rich as my accountability buddy has really like shown me that, you know what, I don't need to be competitive, because like Rich is there like to support me, and we do like these little silly challenges, right? But what I have learned is that competitive can be there, but when there's someone who is supporting you, although knowing that, hey, he can actually lose, but he's still like rooting for me, how awesome is that? And I think that just kind of has shown me that, you know, my competitive is like, being competitive is, I mean, it's not bad unless you're like obsessive and walk 50 miles a day. But I'm just saying that, you know, when Rich is rooting for me, although like he can lose, but he still wants kind of for me to win, it's so good. So that's why he's the best accountability buddy. But anyhow, all cheesy and nice, but I still bully him. He is my brother from another mother. I still laugh about him every day. You know, I call him out 10 times probably.
I do. I return the favor wherever possible. So Anna and I recently we were doing a plank challenge. If you don't know what plank challenge is, I'm going to attempt on my drawing board to draw a person that, like, there we are. It's like one leg, that's the other leg, that's the hand, and then that's the other hand. So this is the position, and then this is me. So obviously that'll be big belly hanging down like that, something like that. So this is the plank position, right? You have to hold this position for like as long as you can. Well, the last one you said to me, you've got to film yourself and prove that you're doing it. So Anna sends me this video. She's in this plank position, and she's like, this leg here, right? This leg here starts shaking so badly, you wouldn't believe. You only just finished by like 5 seconds, and then you are literally like, your leg was going da, 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 up and down after about 3 minutes, and then you're like ended, and you're like, did you see my leg? And then you just stop the recording. So yeah, I can say you gave it your all on that. Like, props.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was like almost like 3.5 minutes or something as well. So that was not like a couple of seconds. Like, I mean, we hold it for like minutes, you know, at the time. So it is not easy. And I mean, I've seen Rich like doing, and he's like, oh, disco. Like he started to dance because his arms are like,
yeah.
It's just like the funniest thing. But it's good. I do want to say, for those who think, you know, joining community, we're not doing blank challenges in the community, at least not yet, but we might, you know, and then we can laugh about like 20 people laughing about how they are shaking while they're planking. It's like the best thing. But no, I love these little challenges because, like, you know what Rich said, sometimes it's not the body that falls apart, it's your brain, it's your head, because you're like, 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds, I can't do this anymore. And then somehow like you want to push, but in here you just kind of give up. So but no, I mean, we've been through a lot as accountability buddies. We've been through a lot. So, but I'm just happy that
I like what you said about the brain, because when, like, if this trade does this right now, turns around, hits the stop loss, you're not thinking about that trade when you're doing the plank. And that's what we need as traders. We need to get away from the charts. We need to start thinking about that. You know, this is just a candle on a chart. It only hurts because of all the belief we put into it. If I get this trade hit here, I'll be funded. If I do this, I'll get this. I'll achieve this. It's only the things we attach to it that we lose when it doesn't happen. So it's like, just trade your objective. Ask yourself this question every single day. Did I do a good trade? Did I manage my trades according to my plan? And if you do it for 100 trades and you don't make profit, maybe your plan needs a slight adjustment. Maybe your processes need a slight adjustment. There's nothing wrong with, especially as newer traders, there's nothing wrong with having a system that's not perfectly dialed in. We can only dial it in as we get a little bit more experience. Same with professional athletes. They just take a little bit more time. They build them support muscles and they dial in their system. My trades don't do this all the time. Like, if they did, great. They don't. The amount of times the market will just go, so you want to sell, do you, Rich? And I'm like, yeah. And it goes, okay, no problem. See ya. And your trade did this only the other day, right? The one that you showed on your chart.
Yeah. So it took me out and then went down. You know what? It's still in my head. Well, it's still in my brain. Guys, Rich did an awesome video. It's on his channel. He was explaining, and he was being super transparent and explaining how the brain works. And he was doing such an awesome, like, pictures, drawing. Like, he's awesome. He's such an artist. Please go and watch that video. It's in his channel. The channel is also linked in the description here, but it is Take Action Trading. So if you type that, then you will land on Rich's channel, and you can see that perfect picture of brain.
You're trolling me so hard. It was a really good message, but yeah, okay. The artwork leaves a little bit to the imagination. I'd like to think I'm a better trader than I am artist, but
for sure you are. I can tell this. You are a better trader than you are an artist.
I drew a pretty good picture of a plank. You know, like got the belly in the right place.
Okay. What do you think, guys? Did he do a good picture here on a plank? Okay, right. We need to catch up with comments. Someone is saying ciao. That's in Latvian. Hello. No, Costa, a lot of good thoughts here from you today. A deliberate practice. Right on. Yes. Okay. Rich, I think this is maybe for both of us. Did you try having a system with partial profits? For me, it helps a lot. I have had it in the past, but it doesn't work. So that's why I'm trading take profit or stop loss. How about you, Rich? How do you do it?
It didn't work for me because to take partial profits, I need to go for high risk to reward. And my data tells me a lot of the times my trade will do this kind of stuff. It'll go to about 1-to-1. It'll start to show a little bit of strength, and then sometimes it can just reverse, and that's okay. But I'm most profitable at 1-to-1 because my win rate's higher. I can risk a little more in the trades. So for me to try and say, how do I do it 2-to-1? I know the data, 2-to-1 makes more. However, for 2-to-1, I want to pull in a break-even rule. The problem is many times I'll see that the market will come down, go 1-to-1 and do
break even and then go lower. Yep.
So like I've spent a lot of time studying how the market behaves when I'm in a trade, and I've tried to find the optimal. And much like Anna, I find TP or stop loss. It's either going to go down and hit this, and I go, okay, cool. My analysis played through, or it's going to hit the stop loss, and I'll go, okay, cool. My analysis played through. It's the same difference.
Okay. Yep. And I'm going to say something that many of you are sick of this, especially in the community. You need to do what your data tells you to do. If your data shows you that you are actually profitable without taking the partials, do what's better, right? So I think it just depends on your data. And Heidkin says, I have an AI just to manage my profits. I close some profits after 1 hour. And see, the thing is, if it works for you, keep it that way. Don't try and don't change anything. Just because me and Rich says, well, actually, we work better when we don't take partials and we just leave our trades to run. So yeah, just do whatever works for you. You execute manually. Great. Rich's limit orders, I also do manually. I don't do limit orders.
So when we talk about data, it's like go to your terminal, have a look at your chart history, go and look at your last 50 trades and say, what if I just took my profit at 2-to-1? How does that compare to the result I got? Super easy comparison. And then you just add them up next to each other, and then you just see, did it make more? Did it make less? What did the drawdowns look like? What's your win rate? What if you go for 3-to-1? What if you go for 10-to-1? What if you be an Instagram trader and put it 20-to-1? Or what if you just
20? That's late. Like that's not 100. 100-to-1.
All right, 100. We go 100-to-1, or go 1-to-1. And what I found the sweet spot for me was between 1 and 2-to-1 risk reward. So 1-to-1 is what we can see on the charts. 2-to-1 would be this. But I found obviously my win rate was lower when I aim for this. I do make more, but I have to reduce my risk. And when I reduce my risk, it just kind of makes the same, but with a lower win rate. So I don't want to watch this trade go to 1-to-1 and then turn and hit the stop loss. That upsets me. And as it's me trying to trade my best, I need to make sure that I'm able to trade a system that suits me. Let me just quickly check my...
Can I clap my hands for you?
You can clap your hands. We're out. We're out.
Yay! Let's go! Let's go! Well done. Well done. That's awesome. Super good. Right. Blair is asking, what's the cost to enter the group? So 1H Community is monthly membership that you can join, and it will cost you £59.95 a month. Then you can cancel anytime. You don't need to stay there for like 3 years or whatever. It's like a monthly membership, and you can choose how long you want to stay there.
Or £2
Simple.
a day, as you say. A cup of coffee a day.
A cup of coffee a day. Less than cup of coffee a day. That's like another way how to say it. Less than cup of coffee a day, or £2 a day. So I think that's a very reasonable cost. And yeah, please join if you think it's something for you.
But there's a video on the website. Check it out.
There is.
It's free to check it out. See if it suits you. Some traders will want to come on, just watch the webinars. They'll want to get the tool. Once you got the tool, you've got it for life. And look at the big cheesy grin on your face. You're like, it's going down. The trade's going down. I've worked with you for too long. Do you know how many times, right? I'll be sitting there and I'll be trying to tell Anna something like really significant. And then she'll just randomly go and just start smiling. And all I've got to do is look at GU and EU. And it's just either going down or it's going up. I'm like, you're in a trade. And you're like, what? Sorry, what? And I'm like, you're in a trade. And her get out every time is trader first. I'm a trader first.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's what I say. That's what I say. That's like my excuse. Rich, I'm a trader first, okay? So yeah, I know it's funny, but not funny. But I do listen to you. It's just sometimes my brain goes too much into traders mode, but I do listen to you most of the time.
Most of the time. Right, I'm going to go ahead and close that terminal. Right, so I'm not distracted anymore. But pleased about it. Well, I say please. I've seen that happen a few times. So I say a few, many times. So what it does from now, I hope it goes down because, I've got a friend who's still in a correlated pair and maybe she wants to make a little bit of profit as well today.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's so nice that you called me a friend, not like a crazy witch. See, we are the same. We are the same. Oh my! I've said it so many times. Definitely a brother from another mother. I need to have a conversation with my mom.
That's just weird. Let me drink my water in peace.
Right. Look at that. We're doing good in our hydration. I finished almost a glass as well of water, and you did as well. So,
yeah, this is my training. This is my training day. I bought a water bottle specially, and it's a really big one. So all I've got to do is fill it up twice a day, and providing I can fill it up and completely empty it twice a day, then I know that I've hit my daily target on that.
Yep.
Because I think one thing I've learned with trading is systems. Have systems. Like if you're on a diet, have systems. What was it? Atomic Habits said if you've got loads of cookies and stuff in the house, your willpower is only going to last so long. You've got to give that willpower a break. And then it talks about putting the cookies on the shelf. And now every time you want it, you have to climb on the side and then you have to reach them off the top. Like make bad habits hard to do. And then it's harder. Harder to go and buy a takeaway if you've let all the tires down on your car. You got to pump them all up.
Maybe that. I don't think that's a good idea. What if there's an emergency? Right? That's not a good idea. Don't listen to that. Okay, he knows nothing. That's a bad example. That is a bad example. But no, I do agree though. Like, and you know what? Actually, me and Rich, we both do very well when there's like a really, really strict structure. So once we did this challenge where we needed to walk certain steps to eat certain amount of calories, right? And that kept us in so much, like there was so much structure around it. And it was just so easy to follow as well, because you know exactly what is it that you need to do to eat, and you need to walk. And you need to walk that amount of steps to eat this and this. And then we learned, okay, how many calories does apple have so I can have apple? Or, and when there's a structure, we're definitely doing really, really well. I know there are some people who don't like structure and they just want to feel like a sense of freedom. So it is like it depends on who you are. But I do want to say that I think as a traders, it is going to be better when you do have a structure and when you follow the structure like in your personal life, and then it's going to be easier to follow the structure when you are trading. At least that's my experience. I think the more organized I get, the easier it's also to trade for me. But I mean, I don't expect anyone like to relate with this or be like, yeah, it's like for everyone. No, but at least for me, when I am more organized, then it is easier like to make my trading decisions and just be that better trader, I guess. I don't know, Rich. How about you?
I have a question. Like, if you didn't have structure in your trading, you just rocked up, if you just kind of like, do you know what, I'm just going to do this today, and then tomorrow I'm just going to do this, and the next day I'll trade on this account. If you didn't have structure, do you think you'd be profitable? Consistently profitable?
No, because it almost sounds what you're saying is you just show up and you figure out, it's like, am I going to buy or sell? And you just don't know. And basically what that means is you're gambling. There's no structure in place.
How very dare you. This is what I did for the first 2 years in my full-time trading. I was like, yeah, just going to, I'll have a look at the market at 9 o'clock today. 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll go to the charts, and then I'll be like, this has gone up a lot. I'm just going to sell this. And then I'll be like, wait, I'm 5 pips in profit. Let me close this. And then I'll be like, okay, I made £1 or whatever it was, right? And then the next day, I'll be like, can't sleep. I'm going to look at the charts at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I'd buy or whatever. And then the news would come out and I'd be like, oh, this is exciting. And then I'd do things around the news. And so I had no consistent structure for like the first 2 years. I didn't even know I needed structure. So I was like, hey, I want to be a trader. I want freedom. Like, I got into trading because I'm like, give me all the freedom and all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want rules. I don't want structure. Like, I'll go and work a job if I want that. Very quickly. Well, I say very quickly. Quickly for me. It took me 2 years. But I learned that I needed structure. But what about you? When you first started trading, were you super disciplined, organized, Anna?
No, not really. But like, I think I had like a process in place, and I knew that like I need to like trade one system and stick to it. But like, I didn't have like processes as I have now. Like, no way. But I'm just gonna say, I think if you do not have process in place, you will never be a profitable trader. I honestly believe that. And I'm not just saying because, hey, me and Rich, we're offering this awesome tool in the community. I am literally saying that because looking at my experience as a trader, when I didn't have that set rules, set routines in place, and I kind of almost like Rich said, hey, price has gone down quite a lot. I'm just gonna buy now. You know, when I didn't have those processes in place, I was just all over the place, all over, like, didn't know nothing. I kind of knew what is my strategy and I had like my trading plan and all that. But yeah, comparing to me now and like me 5 years ago, woof, who am I 5 years ago? I don't know myself. So yeah, no. I really do think that we need to have a structure in place. We need to know our trading plan. We need to read our trading plan. We need to collect the data. We need to have spreadsheets. Your data cannot be, I don't know, just somewhere on the paper, written down a couple of trades or something in your, I don't know, Notion or something in your account history. That's not how you do it. So, and yeah, and me and Rich, actually, I do want to say, we did create a webinar on how to collect data. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
why traders fail as well. That was another good. I'm not going to list them. I'm not going to go into it. But I do have a question for you, and I want a simple yes or no answer. In all your experience being a full-time trader, and from doing what you've done in trading, right? Yes or no? Is trading a job?
Oh man. Oh, people gonna hate me for this if I say if I share my answer.
You can answer however you want. You don't have to just go yes or no.
Okay, well, I'll give you an answer, but then I'll like kind of explain. So, is trading a job? My answer is yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a job. And I mean, if you don't look at it as a job, then for myself at least, you know, job is something where there's a structure, there's a plan, you need to follow it. Yes, you have flexibility. I have the flexibility, but in the end of the day, when I sit down at my desk, I am all in. That is my job. And I do my job well. Like, so trading for me is a job. I'm not saying like, you know, it's not flexible or there's literally like you can achieve so much and you can trade, you don't need to trade, you can take off whatever time you want and all that. But honestly, for myself, the short answer is yes, it is. The trading is job.
No one's judging. No one's judging here, Anna.
Okay, well, you tell me, because I think it's no for you.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. From a guy that used to lay in his bed and just randomly place orders on the DAX on his phone in the first year or two,
Oh,
and I had
wow.
days where I made £100. I had a day where I made £500 before I even got out of bed. No, wait, I was up £500, and then by the time I got up, I lost 200. So I'd made 500, I lost 200, I was up 300, and I said, okay, I should get out of bed now. And I thought that that's what I could do. I found that the DAX moved and there was loads of volatility around London Open. So I would just prop my pillows up, get my phone out, and I was on the Wi-Fi, so it kept lagging as well. So it kept freezing, and then it was like £10 in profit. I'd quickly go to close it, and then I'll be like, "What? Why did I only get £2?" Because it was lagging. So I did this for a little while, and then
Wow.
yeah, it didn't end. Sunshines and rainbows. It didn't end that way, and yeah, I just realized, you know what? For me to get results in this, I need to be very consistent. And before I found profitability, I found consistency. So I'm an absolute advocate for trading has to be structured. Whether you call it a job or not is down to you. But you have to have some level of consistency and discipline and structure in what you're doing. And I think it's the same with anything worth having in life. If you weren't disciplined in your relationships and structured, and if you didn't put effort into them, you wouldn't maintain them. And it's the same with trading. We're in a market that's constantly moving. So yeah, gotta be. I think simple answer: trading's my job. It is. I didn't think it would be a job. I googled how to basically use money to make more money, and I thought I wanted to be an investor. I learned how to trade, and then it became my job. And I'm like, oh. But then once it became my job, I realized how much better I had to be within myself, which brings us full circle as to why we see so much value in setting out for the next 10 weeks and doing this challenge and trying to do this right up to Christmas.
Yep. And we're going to do well. I think we're going to do well. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I am up for a challenge. I am so up for a challenge. And I'm just looking forward to see that, like how the tracking record goes and just see that growth. And yeah, and I know it's going to take a lot of like mental strength, like to go through this, but I think I'm going to gain so much as well. So I'm really, really looking forward to do this. Like really, really looking forward to it.
Gain so much profit, you mean, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to make millions upon millions, and I'm going to scale accounts and reach new highs. And I think, you know what? Like, I'll tell you this: the more organized I am, the more I'm growing as like a human, right? The better it goes in my trading as well. Or let's say this: my trading goes bad, but my reaction to it is way better because I'm more put together. Like I am more in control of my body. I'm more in control of my mind. So I think there's just, even if you will see like, 6 weeks in, but I'm still in a drawdown. But think about it. How would you react to that before and how you're reacting now? Like even now myself, I can say that. So funny thing, last year, same about this time, I was going through terrible losing streak drawdowns and then break evens, and it was just a struggle. Okay, a struggle. Like this year, same thing is happening. And obviously there is like a new pressure thing because I am sharing my trades in community. Everyone can share, like not share, everyone can see what trades I'm taking and everyone can track my progress, right? Because I share week 37 minus 2R, week 36 plus 8R, week 35 plus 3R, whatever, right? Now I share everything. And there is like a more pressure this year, like going through the losing streak, because I just want to be the good example. I want to be the good example for the traders. But like my results are terrible. But the thing is, the way I react.
Terrible. Like, hang on, you've shared all your trades literally as you enter. Like, oh, this candle close, I'm getting in right now. If your results are terrible, then I don't know what my results are. You are up so many in the last 10, 12 weeks since we've opened the community. Like, you to call that terrible. Remember what I said about the words we say to ourselves?
I know. Yeah, I need to be positive. I
You
know.
need to be
But
positive.
yeah, but the thing is, it's like, that's what I also said today in the call. It's like, I want to be a good example. And the thing is, like, I'm taking a lot of trades now, and they are losing trades, and they are good setups. Like me and Richard say, they're good losses. And I always will take a good loss than a bad win, because good loss goes into your data as true data. When you take a winner and you put it in your data, if you put it in your spreadsheet, but that spreadsheet is like, says this was not within your roles, but it's a winner. It's terrible. It is not good for me. Not good for me. It's just, yeah, the thing is, I am trying to learn how to react to my emotions and like really to control myself, because you know what? Another thing I'm saying, it's actually good that traders see me kind of struggle at like the last 2 weeks, struggle with my trades, and just it's not going the way I want it to go. But I think it's also good, because that just shows that realistic expectation that we also, by the way, did the webinar on realistic expectations, right? It just shows what can happen and what can you go through as a trader. So yeah, I'm going on a rant.
You are going on that. I'm conscious we're getting to a point where we're getting pushed for time. So if you've got any questions, if there's anything what you want to ask us, now's the time to get in the chat, and then we can have a quick chat about it before we zip off. Before this trade just absolutely tanks and goes to Anna's take profit.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What is EU doing? Is EU going up as well? No, EU is going down. Oh man. Okay, I'll be super honest with you guys. So this trade in here, this is a mess trade. I should have been in this trade. Before we went on, I said to Rich, I should have been in this trade. I should have taken this. But the thing is, I was so focused on GU, waiting for this, not for this candle, but for this candle to close bearish. I completely forgot to look at EU. And I'm just like, I'm zoomed in. I'm like, I'm waiting for that. Come on, bearish closure, bearish closure. I'm just like looking, I'm ready. I'm like ready. I'm setting my orders, and everything is like, come on, I'm ready. Just give it to me. And it never did. And then I was like, oh no. And I only saw it when the price was like in here. And I was like, well, that's too late now. So yeah, it is what it is.
So does that mean that both of us are going to have to reset our scores back to zero?
Not really, no, because it's a miss trade. Like,
does that not count?
No, that doesn't count, because I like, well, at least I don't count, because I didn't see it physically. How can I enter the trade if I don't look at the charts?
Because you should be looking. It's your job to look. Okay, this is how I talk to myself. I'm like, you have no excuse to miss trades. You should be looking. And I'm a bit of a harsh critic as well. So, okay, all right. If you say
my miss trades don't go in the streak. No, they don't. But
do you
have you
still
seen?
record them in your data?
I do record them. I have like a separate spreadsheet which says miss trades. I have lots of spreadsheets.
Just quickly, I saw that earlier. Is that GJ?
Yes, that GJ. So today we had like some news, because like the Japan's government, they like a new leader was put in place or something like that. So and yeah, that was super good for the currency. So that's why, because it's GJ, so pound dropped. So yeah, that's like, I think it's like overall 450 something. 500.
Wow.
500 pips. That's like crazy. Oh man. Oh, this is not good, guys, but it is what it is. I'm going to close the trade anyways before before the market is closing. So
we got 6 hours? A
um
little over?
yeah.
Oh, your time zone's changed as well. So this is going to be midnight for you. You're not going to sit up until midnight and watch this.
I do. Well, no, I'm gonna close it way before, but I'm gonna be editing today anyway, so I'm gonna be editing, so it's fine. See, the thing is, yes, like my day, like the market's open later on, because like now, because I'm in Latvia, it's 5:30 now, but the thing is, I go to bed at like 1 o'clock, because like I want to see how the markets are closing, which is bad. Yeah. Okay. Right. We are going to wrap this up. Yeah. Are
Yep.
we?
Yep.
Yes.
We're going to wrap it up. Sorry, I'm miles away. I'm sorry. I've got no excuse for it. I'm miles away. This is my time to be like, we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, I was paying attention. I was totally paying attention. Trader first. Trader first. That's my excuse. That's my trader card.
Trader first.
Anna,
Okay, I get that.
leave us on a banger. What's coming up? What can we look forward to? What are you doing with your channel? What's your next video about? Spill the beans? Come on.
Okay, so the next video is going to be all about Darwinix, because I do trade with Darwinix, so that's the next video coming up. The big thing happening is we are going on a 10 weeks challenge. So next 10 weeks, you have opportunity to join us till 1st of October. So the link is in description. Me, Rich, and the rest, or maybe not rest, but some of the community members, because again, you can just join community. You don't need to join this 10-week challenge. You don't need to do that, but you can join the community. So yeah, that is exciting things. I am excited to record, I guess, my process as well, like throughout this challenge, and share with you a little bit more. But I will be sharing everything in the community, and most likely I will be crying when I will have a sugar withdrawal.
But you will document some of it. Like for those that are,
yeah,
that maybe the community is not for them, you will document some of it on YouTube, right? So when we start 1st of October to the 14th of December, so in them 10 weeks, you'll share some bits of it.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, I have to, right? I need to share a little bit more about that. But yep, I am excited